Welcome to the Online Success Journey podcast, your opportunity to discover and learn from entrepreneurs like yourself. This is not your typical podcast, but a place where you can get the real story and find out how real people encounter speed bumps and detours, but journey through to find success. Now here's your host for the Online Success Journey podcast, Patience.
Hello everyone and welcome to Online Success Journey. This is episode 50. Are you ready to join the clan? Today we have Bruno Pisano, a computer programming and an author on sharing what really works when it comes to internet marketing and being in the first page of the searches. Hello Bruno.
Hi, Patience.
How are you? Nice to have you.
Great. Yes, my pleasure. I'm very happy to talk to you.
Wow, we can't wait to hear. Oh, I know the clan here is anxious to hear your story. So let's get started with the basics. Can you tell my clan a little bit about your background, about what you did before you started your online coding and programming? Take us right up to the last job or business you did.
Yes, well, it's a kind of interesting. I came to the United States because I was supposed to play soccer here professionally. And a few weeks after I was training and getting ready, I got injured. My ACL, which is a knee ligament, got torn, and I was going through an operation that was going to put me out for 6 months. So for 6 months, I pretty much couldn't do anything other than just sit down and watch TV. So at that time, I was with this girlfriend that she suggested I go study computers. And pretty much all I did in my life was play soccer. So never typed anything in my life, never used a computer. But all of a sudden, I found the opportunity to be in UCLA. And so I started programming there. However, all the stuff that I studied there, I never really used in my life. But it was not a waste of time because in there I met this guy from India who was telling me about the internet. And that was back in 1995. He was saying that the internet is the future of things, and internet and e-commerce, and he has a friend who sells hot sauces and has already made over $1 million selling them online. So I was curious, and then I started learning on my own. And that girl that I was with at that time, she was buying Chinese medicine via mail order, a catalog. And one day I happened to be walking in Chinatown, and I see this Chinese pharmacy that has the same thing that she was using. And they were selling it for like 6 times less than what she was paying. So basically that was the call for me saying, this guy has all these products and this Chinese medicine works. So I created on my own a website in which I was selling Chinese medicine. And the very first week that I put that website together, I sold $300 worth of this stuff. So immediately I thought, this is really amazing. And so I went to some local business owners and told them that I could create a website for them. Nobody had a computer, nobody had email, nobody had internet, not even Google existed. But I was able to get some clients here and there, and then my business started taking off from there, actually. And although I still play soccer, even though I'm kind of old, but I see that this is an amazing career because I'm helping small businesses to compete with large corporations and beat them and make really a lot of money online. I use the principles that I use in sports, I use them in business, which is always compete and win. So when a client hires me, for me, it's just making sure these people win and make money all the time. So my only goal when I work with any client is make sure that people succeed online and they make a lot of money.
Wow, what's the background, Bruno? What is the most dangerous belief an online entrepreneur can have?
I would think it's self-limitation, and also not planning carefully all the expenses and timing issues, or having expectations with the wrong time frame. So if someone wants to go online and open a business and they think that they're gonna be wealthy, it's a big mistake. I mean, it takes lots of research. It's almost like a physical store, but online, basically. You have to know your competition. You have to know how difficult it is to achieve some milestones, and also it takes teamwork. It's not just one person or two people. You have to really work with experts because there is more and more and more competition on every aspect on the internet. So whatever business someone is in, they're gonna find a lot of tough competition. So they have to team up with great people. If not the best, at least great people that have good track record, so that they could have a design, a plan that they know that if they stick to it, and no matter what, they know that this is going to lead them to success, then that's good. But and the competition is tough. There is no easy competition anywhere on the internet.
Okay. How long shall we stick to the plan? Shall we stick it for 90 days or 6 months or a year? What do you advise to my
Great question.
plan?
Great question. Depends on what type of search term they want to be found under on Google, because each keyword takes a certain amount of time to rank. There are some easier to rank keywords, others are more difficult. So for the expert that handles that part, which is search engine optimization, they would know because they have the right tools. Like I have about $40,000 worth of software that tells me pretty much how long it takes for any business to be ranked on first page. But usually nobody should expect less than 6 months to see any kind of result, because there is lots of competition in every profession, in every industry you want to get online. You're gonna find a lot of competition, and there is no get rich quick stories. I mean, it takes a lot of hard work, and but it is out there, and there is always a way to differentiate yourself, because even if you have competition, there's ways that distinguish your business from the rest, and that's what's going to also make it successful. If you just have the same that everyone else has, it's going to be almost impossible for that business to succeed. So you have to offer something of value, something different, something that the customer will know that this is making a good impact in their life, and it's not the same thing that they can get anywhere else.
Okay, Bruno, I know the internet is now grown and beyond. Now even in Africa, we are accessing it. You just climb the tree and you get the internet. So what shall we do to differentiate ourselves from the big competitors?
Of course.
You just need to compare yourself. Google is in a valley in the USA. I am in Africa in a tree. How do I now compete with Google?
You don't have to reinvent the wheel, but you have to just make sure it has more benefits and things of value that the customer will really appreciate and find out that this is really worth for them. People also have less and less time and patience, but time. So everything has to always be delivered fast and good. So right now, for example, there is this technology called Snapchat, in which anyone can send a video to someone, but the moment the other person sees that video kind of gets, it's called distracted, but yeah. Although it is in a database that could be accessed anytime, because it's not like it disappears, but at least it's something that right away, you just get your attention and that's it. Then you move on to the next thing. Okay. Same with Twitter, 140 characters, so everything has to be quick. So if anyone thinks to be in business, study the competition, study hard, at least the top 10 competitors, see what they're doing, what they're not doing, and then someone wants to get in business, they have to know, okay, this I offer that they don't offer. None of these people offer this, so that's why I'm going to be better, because I give this, which is of value. You can't just offer something expecting. No, I mean, you have to know already. You have to have testimonials, people that have tried already the product or the service, and they can say, yes, this works, this is great. Real, true testimonials. And then you can get in business. Otherwise, don't waste your time, your money. I mean, continue doing some, maybe paid salary job or something that it's kind of safe, because it's really risky. And, if you're really going to go all the way in, you have to know that you have something to fight with. not just taking a chance and then expect for the best. Because it's not like that.
Okay, all right. Thanks for telling us how to differentiate ourselves from the big competitors as well.
Yes.
Okay, right. What is the most valuable thing your mentor has told you?
Well, the most valuable thing is always give my 110% best, because sometimes if you try something 95% your effort and the thing doesn't go the way you want or you don't succeed, after you're gonna think, oh, if I would have done this different, or if I would have done more of this, or if I would have put a little bit more effort. When you do something, you have to know you're giving your very best, because if you're just almost a little bit short, then you may fail. So do your 110% best. If the result is not what you expected, at least you know you've done your best, and you will never regret thinking, oh, I could have done this. I could have done, or I could have, it's really a bad thing to say, because you should have planned in advance, and if things don't go your way, at least you know you've done your best. And that should make you happy, that you're giving your best all the time.
Okay. Let's put man aside. How do you know you are successful?
How do I know I'm successful? I don't consider myself successful. I just live day by day, trying to make it a happy and successful day, actually. But I'm still, well, I think I'm in a middle age, although I'm very active physically and mentally. But I think success comes from the results that show. I want to be a successful father. I want to, of course, be a successful business person. But that is it's a day-to-day effort. When the moment you think you're successful, you probably rest on your laurels, and that could be the worst thing. You should always try to improve yourself. So I don't, I wouldn't think that call myself successful, but I know I'm, giving my best every day. So that's for sure. I'm always giving my very best, 110% best.
Okay. What is the most valuable thing you have ever given away?
My love, my care, because and the same thing to me. Money comes and goes, so the most valuable thing is the love I receive from people. Therefore, I think the most valuable thing I can give is love and support and care, and that's priceless. And when someone works with me, like my clients, I love my clients. They know they have my love, my passion behind it. I want them to succeed. So not only comes when someone works with me, my client, they not only get my experience, my reputation, my support, but they get all my passion behind, all my love. It's like I really love for them to succeed.
Okay, let's talk about your business. What is it so special about your business that differentiates with the rest about coding?
The first thing, well, of course, 19 years experience. I really don't have a lot of competition of mine that has been around so long, and I keep up with everything happening in the world of internet and marketing every single day, so I know what works and what doesn't work. When I have a client, I speak to them in a very simple language. I don't use technical jargon or words that people don't understand, and I um, I become their friend, and they are my friends. And to me, they're family. I only look for their success. I really, thank God financially I'm solid, so I'm not desperate for money. So, but I want my client to make money. So I'm always thinking, how do I make this person money? The other thing is communication. They always hear from me, even if they don't expect to hear from me. They're always gonna get my call, my email, my visit. So I always communicate, whether in person or by phone or by Skype. Even they're not expecting, or they don't want it, or they don't need it, but they know that I'm there. And as mentioned before, reputation. I have tons of testimonials in video of happy clients that they share their story. When they first started with me, they started from zero with pretty much zero expectation, and now their business is highly successful. They're considered probably some of the best in the industry because of my work that I help them online. But I also have a lot of clients that they came from some negative experience, and when they start working with me, they're very skeptical, thinking, what would Bruno do differently? And then in a very short time, I proved them that they could trust me and work with me, knowing that they're in the best hands.
Okay, so where do we find you?
Well, my website is www.la for Los Angeles, V for Victory, then the number 1, lav1.com. And my phone number is toll-free 888-95 Bruno. 95 the year I started the business, Bruno my name. But I have also a local number, which is area code 213-842-0774. And I do work about 80 plus hours a week. I have a 6-year-old son, so that's usually on the weekends I spend most time with him, but during the week I'm mostly available. And I'm always happy to talk to people about pretty much anything in life. I'm a very cultural person. I can talk about pretty much any subject. I like to talk what people like to talk about. If someone is a soccer fan, we talk about soccer. If someone wants to talk about music, we talk about music. If they want to talk about money, we talk about money. You name it. Whatever you want someone to talk to you or hear or anything, I'm here. But I also like forming long-term relationships, because that's how you're solid in business. When you have a solid team, and these projects are long-term. Nothing is like 2-month, 3-month project. Everything it's long-term. So that's why our friendship, our relationship has to be firm and solid and good. So, but I'm very happy to talk about anything with anyone, although my specialty is internet marketing. But in any case, I'm always available to help people, and again, prove with results, not talk. I don't want to talk too much. I want to show results and numbers and statistics and money rather than talking.
Okay, so clan, there will be more from Bruno in a moment. If you are finding Bruno's journey interesting and you are ready to hear more, come and listen to the full version of the interview at onlinesuccessjourney.com. If you are at Online Success already, click on part 2 of Bruno's journey and get lots more tips on how to build your own business. And don't forget, you can access all other online journey interviews podcasts on the site as well. So, clan, that's a wrap. Remember, success is a journey. Patience and Bruno, join us in part 2 at onlinesuccessjourney.com.
This is not the end of the journey. We hope you've enjoyed listening to part 1 and want to be sure you know there is a second part to this and every journey podcast at onlinesuccessjourney.com, filled with even more success tips, uplifting stories, and even a bit of fun. There are dozens of episodes only available to the members of the Online Success Journey clan. Check out the website and click on Join the Clan for more information. Patience would like to thank you for listening to this podcast, and she has a free audio gift for you at her website. Go to onlinesuccessjourney.com for instant access to this gift. Of course, you know that listening to the journeys of others helps each of us chart our own path. So make sure you're subscribed to be notified as each new interview is posted. There are so many ways to stay connected to the Online Success Journey and to listen in. And if you're enjoying the podcast, we appreciate your help in telling others. One of the best ways to share the benefit you get is to rate and review it at Stitcher and other sites by clicking the stars or completing the ratings form, by clicking thumbs up and leaving a comment on YouTube, or liking and sharing the podcast on social media. To review the podcast within iTunes, simply open iTunes to the podcast, click on Ratings and Reviews, then write a review. On behalf of Patience, and until next time, thanks once more for listening. It is our hope that this podcast will guide you on your own online success journey.